Thank you, Mr. Chairman. And I want to bring up an issue, and I feel sure it'll be written about after I bring it up. But the 1989 Ethics Reform Act governs the pay of members of Congress. This act has already been to court. John Boehner sued in Boehner v. Anderson to stop the annual cost of living adjustment that is to be given to members of Congress in the 1989 Ethics Reform Act. That 1989 Ethics Reform Act, that provision of it has never been changed, is my understanding, has it?
I'm not sure.
It has not been changed. The law today is that members of Congress receive a cost of living adjustment, and that is in exchange for the fact that we cannot have outside income. It's specifically, the 1989 Ethics Reform Act is specifically written that way. Members of Congress cannot have outside income beyond a certain threshold. It's about $26,000. And in exchange for that, members of Congress are to receive a cost of living adjustment. That is the intent of the law when it was written in '89. It is still the law. And I'm not asking either one of you to comment on it, but I will tell you, when you take that in conjunction with the 27th Amendment to the Constitution, which is very clear, it doesn't say you can't raise pay. It says you can't vary pay. And vary means you can't raise it and you can't lower it. And I realize the politics of it is ugly. I realize it's a cost of living adjustment. The press portrays it if it's a pay raise. But I just want to make this statement, Mr. Chairman. I believe our democracy, I believe this House of Representatives and the U.S. Senate needs people that didn't necessarily win the Mega Millions or are worth $100 million when they come here to be able to continue to serve. And for 15 years, the cost of living adjustment has been withheld. I think it's a constitutional violation. It is in court right now. I hope the judge will simply look at the facts of it. I expect as a federal judge that they will. But I'm just telling you, if you want to stop the cost of living adjustment for members of Congress, you need to change the 1989 Ethics Reform Act. Congress has never changed that, and I believe that the withhold of the cost of living adjustment for members of Congress, while it is no doubt extremely popular to say no pay raise for members of Congress, is unconstitutional because it violates the 27th Amendment and the 89 Ethics Reform Act. I'll also tell you, I think it's very damaging to our democracy that we are creating a scenario under which middle-class Americans cannot afford to serve in Congress. And if you look at the people who are leaving, if you look at the people who are leaving this institution voluntarily, they are, for the most part, exceptionally good members that come out of middle-class America. And I think it's just damaging to this democracy and this institution to create a scenario in which middle-class Americans can't serve. And when you go 15 years without a cost of living adjustment, that's the end result of it. And with that, Mr. Chairman, I yield.